For a lot of people, a Rolex is the Grail watch, and I honestly thought I'd never own one. But last year, I inherited one on my birthday. Let me take you back to 1979. My grandfather had his own fertilizer business, and along with my grandmother, they were working closely with a shop in England. My uncle's 21st birthday was coming up, so on a shopping trip to New Jersey, they visited the Rolex store and they purchased this 1979 Rolex Submariner. They had it engraved on the back with my uncle's name and date of birth and gifted it to him on his 21st birthday. My uncle was an avid farmer and he wore it as his daily watch whilst working on the farms. It got scratched, dinged, dented, you name it, the watch went through it. He wore it for many years and gradually he progressed onto smartwatches. So the Rolex Submariner sat unloved in a drawer in his house until one day he learnt that his nephew was really into watches. He contacted me and asked me if I liked the watch, and of course I said, yes, definitely. When I received the watch, it wasn't working very well. It was keeping good time. It would stop after a couple of days. Also, the clasp wasn't working correctly, as one of the pins had been sheared. The crystal was badly scratched, so this had to be polished professionally. I took the watch to get repaired. They serviced the movement and they polished the crystal. They fixed the clasp, but they did not polish the case or the bracelet, as I wanted this to remain original. I loved the fact that my uncle wore this as his daily watch working on the farm, and every scratch and dent has its own story, and it really gives the watch its own character. I honestly thought I'd never own a Rolex due to the prices being sky high. In fact, I think a lot of people, the only way of getting a Rolex is to inherit one if they're lucky enough to have a family member who has one. I was lucky enough that my grandparents were kind enough to gift this Rolex to my uncle for his 21st birthday, and they made a great selection with the Submariner as well, which is a classic Rolex. I will treasure this Rolex for the rest of my life and I will never sell it, and I'll pass it on to my children as well. This watch will be a part of our family history for the rest of its working life.